Bro, you can't be this. You can't think that we're this stupid. Logan Paul has actually responded, boys and girls. Holy shit, it feels like an eternity. It's only been like a week, but oh my god, I can't tell you how much I've been waiting for this. I mean, I watched Steven's 3-part video, obviously. I know you have watched it because that's the only reason you're here. So listen, I'm not even going to go too deep into it. I'm not going to give you this massive intro because I'm pretty sure you know the entire story already. I'm just going to allow the man to, you know, defend himself or comment on what Coffee did and whatever. And for now, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna try to stay neutral on this subject. I'm gonna allow him to defend himself, and I will try to be as receptive as I can be, okay? So, let's do this. It's so good.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
That's a big statement, folks. That's interesting. Okay, I'm interested.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative.
Really? I've never heard him be... okay, listen, maybe, perhaps.
He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
Oh, that's such a low blow. Fucking Also, just the one thing that I have a comment on is here, like, if these are quotes, why aren't you like putting the actual article on? This is a bit my first, you know, the first thing that comes to my head. You can't just quote something and write something there yourself and then expect that to be facts. Like, if this is an actual quote, put the fucking website on, because as of now, I don't believe you. I never heard Coffeezilla to work with law enforcement, okay? And if you're gonna state a fact and you're gonna back your fact up, don't back it up with a quote unquote, I'm gonna write whatever the fuck I want, put quotation marks there, and then boom. That's not how that works, mate. Like, so far, weak response. We're 30 seconds in. Okay, let's see.
Speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's
Give it to me.
Investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm earning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
But what does that have to do with Steven's credibility as a journalist? He was on your team. He was, like, it's not as if he found this guy randomly to comment on your enterprise or on your company. He was involved in your company. So all you're doing here is now you're telling us that you're hire criminals. That's literally all this is.
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me.
Where did you learn this, Logan? What do you mean you've since learned? Could it be the 3-part series that you admitted you just watched? Could it be that's where you learned it? Because apparently anything Steven says is just gossip. But then why are you taking his word for it that Eddie has done all these things? How comes you didn't know earlier? I'm sure you have the resources to check backgrounds of people, right? I mean, Steven only called and emailed a few things. You know, Steven emailed the New York Yankees and got a response quite quickly, so why couldn't you do the same? Again, how is this proving that Steven's journalism is somehow uncredible when all you're doing is you're telling us how much you fucked up within your company in the hiring process? You trusted people you shouldn't have trusted. How is... Okay, I'm getting too ahead of myself.
Now, me. And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that...
Oh, okay. Wow, interesting. Hold on, give me a second. Just a bit more.
Before you...
Okay, well, I mean, I can't really comment on this. Okay, Logan. You're actually showing us evidence, so I like this. That's an actual text message. Okay, cool.
You interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy.
Yeah, no, okay, listen. Fair enough. Thank you, Logan, for giving us something. But at the same time, how does him being untrustworthy change the fact that your company still scammed him? And also, let's say we take this gentleman out of the picture, okay? Boo! You still have 50 others who claim on the video that Steven gave us that you scammed him anywhere from 7,000 all the way to 500,000. Okay, so... Okay, we can fixate on this one person. It doesn't stop the fact that he still got scammed by your company. So, just because he's a shitty person, now it's okay if you scam him? Is that your argument? And even if we take him out of the picture, what about all the others? Like, if you're going to address one, you're going to have to address everyone, right? You can't just pick one at random, or not random, but you can't just pick one and fixate on him and be like, oh, you see everything, all the people are fucking stupid and fucking criminals. Well, no, it's not. I mean, according to you, it's your team who's the criminal one, and you are the one who hires criminals. I mean, how is this Steven's fault?
You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, well, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
Oh,
And as you
wow.
pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
But it was buggy. Yes, it was buggy and then was shut down, Logan. I mean, okay.
With your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
And surely it...
Okay, do you remember this? Do you remember this? Handmade! Do you remember Logan doing that? It's handmade! It's a game. And then his podcast partner was even like, why do you keep referring to it as a game? Isn't it just a project? No, it's a really, really fun game that you can play. You can hatch your eggs, breed your animals, and then and handmade. Logan, you're literally just telling us that you lied. You're literally disproving yourself from earlier on. Again, this has nothing to do with the fact of Steven's credibility. You're not proving that what Steven did to you is just gossip and using your name for clicks and money, right? You're not even disputing the fact that Steven actually addressed, right? All you're doing right now is you're discrediting yourself. Because we remember shit, like the audience remembers what you said before, and now you're basically saying, oh, it's just pictures. You advertised the whole thing as a game. You said it was fucking like, there was like 10 artists working on it, and now you're saying, oh, Guy, What, you're so stupid, it's just pictures. Well, no, guy thought it was gonna be a game because he fucking advertised it as a game. Oh, this is good. I'm getting, you know, worked. I'm getting worked up a little bit. I like it.
A real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
Penal Code 632 PC is a code for eavesdropping. Bro, you can't be this. You can't think that we're this stupid. You can't think that your audience is this fucking stupid. Okay. Eavesdropping, boys and girls, is when the FBI hacks into a conversation between two terrorists to pull out information. Okay, that's how, you know, defense of a country works. They eavesdrop into conversations. What Coffeezilla did is he recorded a conversation that he was a part of. It's not illegal to record a conversation in secret because you are in the product. It's not illegal to own a product of which you are a part of. But you know what? No. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. We're gonna fact check this, okay? Alright, so, is it illegal to record a conversation in secret? Recording a conversation in secret is not a criminal offense and is not prohibited. As long as the recording is for personal use, you don't need to obtain consent or let the other person know. Journalists often record conversation in secret and then they publish it without facing any legal problems. This is because they make sure to either obtain consent or argue that the recordings are in the public's interest. Okay, bro? It's almost offensive that you literally put this into your fucking video and you're saying Coffeezilla did something, you know, he committed a crime, and the law of the crime you're presenting is not even the same crime allegedly Coffeezilla is making. You're literally highlighting invasion of privacy and up to 3 years in jail because you think we're so stupid that our eyeballs are gonna fixate on these two like we're fucking kids. Oh, look, it's so colorful. Oh, look. No, it says eavesdropping. Coffeezilla never eavesdrops. He was part of the fucking conversation. Logan, it's offensive that you think that I'm and everyone else who's watching is so fucking stupid that they will not stop the video and read. Defines the crime of eavesdropping. Yes, up to 3 years in jail if you're eavesdrop into a conversation. Oh my god, this is painful. This is fucking painful.
Criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However,
took multiple criminals' words as truth whom were within your organization. So yes, if they claim you did something, if they claim your organization did something, it's credible because they were a part of that. The fact that they are they have a criminal background is not discrediting Coffeezilla, is discrediting you as an employer for hiring them in the first place. What are you trying to do here? This is, I mean, I expected, I don't know what I expected. You have so much money, I expected you to sit down with your fucking legal team at a round table, watch the entire 3-part series together, and come up with like some really fucking clever response. All you're doing is you're blaming the shift, and you're trying to put a narrative into people's head that Steven, somehow everything he did was shit, when all you're doing is you're proving that you lied, right? You prove that you hired criminals into your organization, right? Everything you do, everything you say makes no sense. You're not backing your facts up with articles. There is nothing here. There's no substance to what you're saying. And we're halfway through a video in which you're supposed to defend yourself. Okay. Let's continue.
However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
Okay, listen. Good. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So again, what you're doing is you're saying that Coffeezilla's investigation is all fucking gossip and we shouldn't listen to it, but now you're literally taking evidence to support your claim from the same video. Also, if this video, as you're now claiming, should be a valid video for evidence, let's talk about the fact that this video also showed us your text messages where even before the whole project launched, you, Jeff, the bad actor, remember, Eddie, the bad actor, remember, you fucking conspired, right? You conspired that you're not gonna sell and you're only gonna sell once the value of the actual market reaches an X amount of percent. So you were in on the scam. The fact that you haven't sold doesn't prove that you were innocent. It just proves you were following the criminal game plan that you fucking invented in the first place. This is triggering me, guys. This is fucking triggering me, and I'm hoping that you see the same fucking shit that I'm seeing. I'm really hoping that you're not falling for this fucking, guys, ridiculous. It's painful. Okay, let's finish this video.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on Cryptozoo.
I repeat, you planned not to sell and you plan to sell after an X amount. So it's like you're not proving your innocence here. You're not saying that those text messages never happened. You're not showing evidence that those text messages have been, let's say, edited or fraudulently acquired. You're not disproving Coffeezilla. You're just trying to push a different narrative, which we don't believe because you're not fucking giving us evidence.
In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake...
Start with even the best intentions. Did you hear that, boys and girls? I hope you picked up on that. I really do hope so. And there are snakes behind Jeff's head. It's not like you weren't in the planning phase. It's not like you didn't know what you got. Yes, Jeff scammed you, and you originally planned to scam everyone. So now somehow Jeff is worse than you. That's your narrative.
The snake is no longer affiliated with Cryptozoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back.
So again, Logan is telling us that a big chunk of the video is good, but then it told us that basically everything Steven said is just gossip and is not credible information. So I am so confused, Logan. Are you trying to say that Coffeezilla is right? Or are you trying to say that we shouldn't believe Coffeezilla? Please, make it clear for us.
But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information.
Okay.
See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that Cryptozoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio.
No. No. There are text messages. Steve, you're not talking about any of the evidence that Steven put on you. You're not even bringing it into light because you know that the evidence that Steven gave us is factual. You're not even go into that territory because you know you have no ground. There is nothing you can win in that fight. So you're not even attempting to go there. What you're trying to do is you're trying to twist the narrative completely, Logan. And again, it's offensive that you think that after your audience watched a 90 minutes series basically on you and your team and a fuck ton of evidence, it's really offensive that you think us to be so stupid that now all of a sudden this will change anything. It's ridiculous.
Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal.
Also, let me just remember, it's your investors who said that you completely stopped communication, that you stopped updating the website. On your Discord, there was only 2 comments from you at the time. One was yo, and the other one was I'm sober, shake my head or something like that. Your community gave up hope on you, and Steven was reporting on that. So are you blaming your community now for not being patient enough? Is that what you're doing? Or what's the narrative here?
I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
My man's just threatened a lawsuit. Is it the eavesdropping on the phone? Is that what you're gonna go for? I'm no lawyer, but I'm not fucking stupid enough to believe that eavesdropping and a private phone conversation is the same fucking thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, the fucking skin on this guy's fucking cheeks.
Maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven. But the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my 3rd time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, Cryptozoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And
I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, here, there it is. Coffee. I will reply in full when I organize my thoughts, but for now, Logan accuses me of not reaching out to him directly until December 24th, 2022. So here's one from 2021, October the 1st. Hey Logan, I've been trying to reach people from Cryptozoo team to get comments on the emerging story that devs of these projects haven't been paid yet. And so on, right? So, quite obviously, and then also, October 24th. Hi Jeff, I'm reaching out for comments on Cryptozoo, which I'm doing a story on. I'd like to speak to you and Logan as soon as possible since I have so many people telling me you guys scammed them, right? And Jeff read it. Jeff fucking read it. Now, I really am sure, but I'm not, okay, I can't say I'm sure, but do we have proof when Jeff actually left the team? We don't. So I'm going to have to assume that at this point, you know, Jeff was still on board. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Man. Let's go back.
And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience.
Again, you're trying to put the narrative back in place that Steven is a fraud, yet you use most of the evidence you used in this video was Steven's videos. Like, how does that make sense? And listen, I understand that you try to change, and that's good. You know, at least you're not showing dead bodies in fucking forests anymore. Well done you. Okay, cool. The fact is that we've seen your fucking text messages. You've been exposed, and you're not directly saying anything about that. And that makes you look even shittier. Like, this whole guilt tripping thing about, oh, look at me guys, I've fucking evolved so much as a person, why are you doing this to me? Well, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this fucking works, Logan.
That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks.
Oversimplified. You mean shown evidence and that evidence was explained in a way that everyone understood? And this video is only for your fans. So that basically what Logan just said is, oh, that's a weird picture. What Logan is basically saying is that this video is only for the ones who are actively sucking my dick. I don't want to hear anything from those who actually believe the truth, or at least believe evidence-based allegations. Again, you're such a reformed person, Logan. You're such a reformed person.
And lastly, Coffeezilla. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine.
That would be so epic if he did.
You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build Cryptozoo, and I'll see you in court.
Wow. Just fucking wow. So I'm doing at the moment is I'm just going through this article where it's an extensive interview with Coffeezilla and Steven and, you know, whatever. And he's talking about his investigative journalism and everything. And there is no single mention that he ever worked with the authorities. And again, that's something I take quite an issue with, because Logan quoted something and he's expecting us to blindly believe a quote just because he put them into quotation marks. That's not how that works, you know. That's if all Steven did was quote unquote Logan Paul is a scammer in his videos, no one would, that video would be having maybe like fucking 50,000 views and that's it. The reason that video exploded is because there is hard evidence, Logan. It's called evidence. And if you really threaten someone with a lawsuit, you better fucking think it through, because Steven, as it currently stands, has some serious shit on you. You've incriminated yourself. You just said that you lied to everyone because it's man-made. Handmade, not man-made, sorry. Handmade. No, it's just pictures. You fucking said it was a really, really fun game. No, guy, it's just a picture. That's what NFT is. So then you falsely advertised it. You admitted that. You lied to your audience. You admitted that. You said that the entire video of Coffeezilla is fucking gossip and we shouldn't take it seriously. Yet you've got 89% of all your evidence you got from Steven's video, right? When you were talking about backing yourself up in any capacity. It's just not looking good, mate. It really isn't looking good, and I'm really sorry. I really am sorry to say, but this, in a way, just made you look worse, because you think we are stupid enough to believe your naked words. You're stupid enough to put on screen a crime of which, yes, there's jail time, while you're talking about a completely different act. And you think, just because you highlighted invasion of privacy and 3 years in jail, now you think that all of a sudden we are so fucking gullible that we're just gonna believe whatever you said is true. You're literally bringing up false information and you're expecting us to believe that, and that is deeply offensive. And yeah, I am so excited for the Impulsive podcast. I really hope he will address more of this, because this was ridiculous. Okay, I really am hoping that someone will call him out on the podcast and maybe put a bit of pressure on him to sort of reveal a bit more. And also, I know Coffeezilla will respond, and I cannot wait, because with this, I think Logan Paul gave the opportunity for Steven to rip him to shreds. At this point, I'm no longer impartial. This was the shittiest fucking response. This was worse than the apology video that he did when he fucking revealed the dead body in Japan. Like, I'm honestly saying that. But listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for the upcoming coverage of more of this shit. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.